Aurzen. I'm so excited to share Aurzen with you guys today because this is a company that has changed my sewing life. Just about a year ago, Aurzen had reached out to me to sponsor one of my videos and send me one of their projectors, and is definitely one of my favorite pieces of sewing equipment that I have now. And this is it right here. This is the Aurzen ZIP Trifold Portable Projector. It has this really cool trifold design, which makes it super easy to project at tons of different angles. And as you can see, it is super tiny, which is perfect for my sewing setup. Like many home sewists, I do not have a dedicated sewing room with like a huge cutting table where I can mount a projector to the ceiling. My sewing desk is set up in my dining room along with my husband's desk and my daughter's art desk. So this has been a perfect solution. I use a lot of PDF patterns, and I used to print out tons of pages and then have to tape them together, and that would take almost as long as it would take me to actually sew a garment. So this has been magic for me because this connects to my computer and my phone using screen mirroring, which means that instead of printing out a bunch of pieces of paper and sticking them together to cut out my pattern pieces, I can just project my pattern onto my fabric and then cut directly from there. And now that I have 2 young children, it's been even harder for me to find time to sew. So now more than ever, I've been looking for ways to save time in my process, especially on the parts that aren't super fun, like cutting out pattern pieces. I usually mount this onto my refrigerator using this little magnetic suction mount. So this has a really strong magnet which attaches to my projector, and then it suctions to my fridge. And what's also amazing about this projector is that even if it's not pointed at a surface at the perfect angle, the image shape adjusts automatically. I have used this pretty much exclusively for cutting out my fabric for the whole past year. Every once in a while, I will print out certain pattern pieces if I do want to make specific adjustments. But if you do like having paper patterns, you could also get a big roll of like butcher paper or something and project this down on the paper, so you could just trace out the shape that you want and cut it out, so you can still permanently have your paper pattern without having to do all of that taping. You can use this for all of your other projecting needs as well. This projector is chargeable and you can use it completely wire-free. I love that a lot of pattern designers are now offering a lot more projector files. It's been so nice to use them. It saved me so much time, so much paper, and has been the best tool for helping me find more time to actually sew. If you want to streamline your fabric cutting process and try out this projector for yourself, make sure to use my link below, and make sure to use the code ZIP50 to get $50 off this projector in gold. Thanks so much, Aurzen, for sponsoring today's video. All right, for the sewing pattern, I'm going to be using the Baker Barrel Pants pattern by Sew Bake Make. This is a new pattern. View A has a little bit more of a traditional shape. It does have a little bit of that barrel leg, but it's not quite as exaggerated as View B. View B also has a little bit more of a cropped length. It hits right at the ankle. Both views are high-waisted and include patch pockets on the front, back, and then cargo pockets on the side. I'm going to be using View B, which is the more exaggerated barrel shape. Initially, I thought I was going to go for View A. I do not currently own any barrel leg pants, and honestly, the style makes me a little bit nervous. I just haven't really ventured much out of just like the wide leg or straight leg, so I'm really excited to try something new, and I feel like I should just go all out, especially if I'm using this fabric. I feel like I should do the full barrel leg. So here is a little doodle I made. This is what I hope my pants turn out like, and even though these look pretty loud, I do think that they're going to be more versatile than they seem. So even the shirt I'm wearing right now, this is the sourdough top by Sew Bake Make. I feel like this would also be really cute with these pants. Any solid top. I wear a lot of just like white t-shirts, tank tops. I'll probably make another sourdough top in white linen, and if I have any more of this left, then I'll definitely make one out of this too. I just love the idea of having a really fun pair of pants to go with all my really basic tops. This sewing pattern also includes flat felled seams in most places, which I'm really excited to dive into. I haven't really done a lot of flat felled seams, and Candace makes really great instructions, so I'm really excited to kind of practice that, get better at it, and hopefully use that skill more in my other sewing projects too. I feel like this style is also just going to suit my lifestyle really well right now. Like I said before, I am a mom of 2 young children. I'm on the floor a lot with my baby. I'm at the playground a lot. I've been taking my older daughter climbing at the climbing gym a few days a week. So hopefully these pants will end up being one of the most fun and functional parts of my wardrobe. I'm really hoping to start sewing these tonight, so let's get started cutting out some fabric. First, I have this magnetic suction mount. Here I am sticking it to my fridge, and once it's locked in place, it doesn't budge. Since it's daytime, I'm just gonna close the curtain over my kitchen window, turn on the projector, and lay out my cutting mat. I'm gonna go into settings and select screen mirroring, and then I'm gonna connect to my projector there. I like to use this projector app on my MacBook to calibrate the image so that everything projects at the correct scale. First, it projects a calibration grid onto my cutting mat. Then I just drag the corners until they line up perfectly. Once everything is calibrated, I open the projector file that came with the pattern. Then I turn off all all the sizes and grids I don't need so that I'm left with just my size while keeping all the pattern markings and text visible. And now I'm all ready to cut out my fabric. I smooth it all out and fold it in half since these pants are symmetrical, and I'm also inverting the colors on the projection because for this print I found that the bright green lines in the dark background made it much easier to see. Then I just start cutting everything out. I use my rotary cutter anywhere that the pattern is over my cutting mat and switch to my fabric scissors for all the areas that extend beyond it. I cut out all my notches as I go too. You could also add all the other markings for darts and pockets and stuff at this point too. And then I just keep working through all the pattern pieces until everything's cut out. One thing that I really love about using a projector for sewing is that you can rotate and flip the pattern pieces however you want, which makes it really easy to arrange everything efficiently and get the most out of your fabric. And here I have all my pieces cut out, the fronts and waistband, the backs and the waistband, and the pockets. And now we're all ready to get sewing. Acting up because the blade on it is a little bit dull, so I'm just using a zigzag stitch to finish all the raw edges on this project. Hi, okay, I'm back. It's still the same night. And I finished putting the cargo pockets on. So this is what they look like. They're really cute. I just had something to eat and I have had a second wind. So I think that I want to just get the pants, like the legs, put together tonight. And I don't think I have that much more to do. I just need to do this like little faux zipper fly. And then I'm pretty sure after that, then I can attach these pants together. I guess like both sides. So I'm gonna do that before I go to bed. I was really hoping to take these on our little weekend trip, but I don't think I'm gonna finish in time. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep doing this and get to bed at some point in the next hour or so.